Hey, Bernie, we're wanting you to tell us a little about yourself. You told us about your military, a little all that, but tell us a little about your music and how you got into it, and what's your favorite thing to do in music, and just a little about why you play and how you got started and some of the things you've done. Just a little background.
I started playing guitar. I took an interest to Ricky Nelson and Elvis Presley, and back in the early '60s, and I didn't know how to play. Obviously, my father gave me a guitar when I was 12 or 13. A little harmony thing. Not a great guitar, but I played the heck out of it, and I tuned it. I tuned it to this chord here because I didn't know how to tune it, and it sounded right. And you don't tune that way. And I played that way for about a year and a half. Thought everybody did that, and I was watching TV and listening to records, and I had a lot of trouble trying to figure out how they did everything because I was playing it wrong. And I ran into this fellow who I had gone to grammar school with, who was a phenomenal musician and is today. His name is John Carlini. That's Carlini. Check him out on the web sometime. Anyways, he said to me, "How are you tuning that thing?" I said, "Doesn't everybody tune it this way?" He said, "No." So he retuned it, and I didn't know how to play it. I had to relearn again, and tune it the right way, which is, as it turns out, the old black blues players tuned it the same way I did, because they didn't know how to tune it either, and they made wonderful music too. So
Absolutely.
anyways, I got started doing that, and Johnny was into the banjo a lot, and I was a little foreign to that. In the early '60s, and we used to go listen in his car on the AM radio at midnight. We'd go out there on Saturday night and listen to WWVA Wheeling, West Virginia, and would broadcast bluegrass music at 12 o'clock midnight. So we'd be sitting in his driveway in his 1956 Ford. Kind of funny. So I got into bluegrass music as a young guy, and which was odd for a New York area fella. I grew up in New Jersey, but bluegrass was foreign and not well liked, I must say. They didn't know. In high school, bluegrass band, and we played a lot together. When Vietnam was going on, he enlisted in the Navy. He talked to my father, and my father convinced him he should join the Navy music program. So he auditioned for the Navy band, and he got accepted. So he was in the Navy show band for 4 years, and I decided to go to college and maybe take my music more seriously and stay away from Vietnam. And so I got into that. As it turns out, when he was in the Navy School of Music, the government decided to go into a lottery system for drafting people for Vietnam, and I decided to become a guitar player before I go into the Army and get killed over in Vietnam. So he told me about a band in Virginia. He was going to the Navy School of Music outside of Norfolk there in Virginia Beach. He said there's a band down there looking for a guitar player. So I went down and auditioned for them, and I got the job. So I ended up playing full time then, and that's how I met Emmylou Harris, and ended up playing with her for a while. And you know how things go. Things just go crazy with the music, but it's I do what I do because I love music. Most musicians love to play, and I do like to play music. Of course, it's nice to get paid. But networking thing. I did a movie. A Gulf Western production back in the '70s with Robert. No, it wasn't Duvall. It was Eric. Eric Roberts was in it. I don't know if you know who he is. Julia Roberts' brother. Brooke Shields was a little girl in it. Her first movie. Susan Sarandon was in it, and Johnny got asked to do the work on the soundtrack, and because I played with him a lot, he asked me to help him. So it was a networking thing. So I got involved with that movie that way. I ended up working on a movie with Robert Duvall, the actor, which was a thrill also, and he turned out to be a phenomenal musician. He called me because of a friend. I went to college with him who I knew and knew my music, and he said, "You'd be good to teach him how to do that." He wanted to learn to play correctly on screen because he's a very good actor. He wanted people to believe he was a guitar player. So I worked with him for a long time, and we became friends. Actually, he's quite a talented guy. But it's always a networking. It's not necessarily what you know; it's who you know, and hopefully you can relate that. I can send this information that I have to her or to you or to whoever wants to learn. That's what I do. It's difficult, actually.
So what's your hope for the future?
I don't know. It's self-preservation. Life to me goes in phases. I started out as a musician, a working musician, and ended up falling in love, and I have 2 children because of that event in my life, and I love my children. But they change, your priorities change, and children became important. Music took a second seat for a while. I fell in love with this woman who helped me a lot, actually heard me playing. Of course, I had 2 little kids without a mother then, and I didn't know about the relationship thing, because I'm not very good at that. And she was a wonderful lady. She got me back playing again. I ended up marrying her. I was married to her for 23 years. She was a very gifted woman, a special lady. Anyway, so you don't know. I play to satisfy myself. She got me back playing. I've been playing ever since. The CD, Whispering Pines, is what I did because of her, actually. That's all my music. Because I always played somebody else's stuff, and she wanted me to do my own, so I did for her. Because she's gone now, but the music's still here, and it's because of her. So. My music will be here, I hope, a long time, long after I'm gone.
It'll be in the time capsules.
I hope,
yeah.
Somewhere, you know.
We should do a time capsule here.
Floyd was my wife's idea to come to Floyd. I didn't really want to come here. I didn't think there was any music here, actually. She fell in love with this place, and at the time she had breast cancer, and I would have done anything she wanted to do. So she said, "Let's go, Floyd. I want to go to that place." I didn't know anybody, and we found this place by accident. So we ended up living here, and I'm still here, and she's gone. And it's a musical treasure, this place, because of the heritage of the mountain people and the way they live and the way they do things. It's a very unique thing, and I'm afraid it's dying out. It's slowly disappearing. You know, the cultural thing here is really important to me. It's a musical treasure, this area, to me, the locals. So.
Well, Bernie, it's been a pleasure to have you come by and share some of your stories and your music with us here at the Floyd Professional Center.
That's good.
We'll do everything we can to promote your music because we really like it.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's done with a sincere interest.
You guys are really good for Floyd, and you're good for the arts. I mean, that's what Floyd is really known for. It's people and it's music. It's important. Other things are getting there, but people, Friday Night Jubilee, the Jamboree over there, I see people from all over the world coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All over the world. That must tell somebody something.
It's word's getting out.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, thank you, Bernie.
This is Dee Wallace of LCF Group. Thank you for watching this informative little video. Have a good day.